This is no BS advice on how I actually reduced my waist size from this to this. And if you want to learn how, continue to watch this video. So there's a lot of different myths around reducing your waist size, around shrinking your waist size, like wearing waist trainers, which doesn't work. Also, a lot of ab exercises, which, don't get me wrong, those are amazing. Those can actually tone up your core and strengthen your core, which is incredible. But it's not like you can spot reduce and by doing a lot of ab exercises lose body fat there. So I really want to set things clear first of all before jumping into my advice on what actually works. Then another major mistake is actually extreme diets, which honestly only increases the stress levels and makes it harder for you to lose body fat, specifically in your stomach area, which again I will be speaking on in this video. So if you want to learn how to actually reduce your waist and feel better, continue watching. So first things first, one controversial thing that really made a big difference for myself is actually doing stomach vacuums. Wait, I know how it sounds. I wasn't a believer myself at all, but once I actually started practicing them consistently, I really saw a big difference in how my core looks. I can control my core a lot better. I can keep my posture straight, which of course makes me look better. And then again, makes an illusion of a smaller waist because I'm always tight there as well. Also, surprisingly, it actually improved my digestion and gut health. So it can actually be helpful even with your digestive system, with breathing and stuff. So definitely at least practice vacuums for a week or for two and just see if that makes a difference for you, because honestly for me it worked amazingly. So if you are a beginner on stomach vacuums, I would definitely recommend you to start from doing them in the mornings on an empty stomach when it's the easiest. So the better you get at them, the easier it is to do them even after you eat something. It's quite simple. I was actually uploading a couple how-to videos on my Instagram that I can actually link below. But basically you just push all the air from your stomach out completely, and then you suck your stomach in, almost thinking about touching your ribs with your stomach, like you really sucking that in, and then keeping that for 10 seconds, 20 seconds, and releasing, or just for as long as possible. And I would do like 3 to 4 rounds in the mornings and I'm good to go. It's not like I'm spending hours on it, because who has a lot of time in the mornings to do it? But at least if you have some, just do, and I think you will see a great difference. At least I saw, and it really helped me. So this is what I'm sharing, this is what I'm doing. You can pick your poison, how they say, and just do it or not do it. It's up to you. So this is why I'm looking down, because I have a list here, so I don't want to miss anything basically. So I am sticking all the time basically with simple foods that actually agrees with my digestive system, because as you know, gut health and digestion, it is really important, because this is actually affects how your stomach looks. If you are bloated, you're holding a lot of water, you're not absorbing the food that you eat, you're constantly backed up, of course you will look a lot worse, and of course you will feel a lot worse, and then everything piles up and the end result isn't ideal. So just be aware of your digestion and gut health. So keeping food simple, it's the best strategy for sure. And of course, prioritizing whole foods. If you are struggling with bloating and digestive issues, I would actually eliminate all the sweeteners, all the junk like protein bars, protein cookies and stuff. Some protein powders like Pro Nutrition can work actually. For me it works, it never bloats me. But if you are really struggling, I would eliminate all of the sweeteners completely and then slowly start to introduce them, because when we are overdoing things like 0-calorie sauces, sweeteners and stuff, it actually can really stress your digestive system as well, because it's not natural. It can be difficult to digest, and especially, for example, protein bars that has a lot of sugar, alcohols. For most people, it's a big no-no. It not only bloats you, but it actually makes you be in pain. It causes pain, it causes crampings, it's not comfortable. So I wouldn't sacrifice my digestive and my well-being for a protein bar. You know, there's so many healthy things that you can actually make yourself and make it healthy, make it delicious, and keep your digestion going. So that's really important to focus on if you want to actually flat looking stomach, smaller waist. It matters a lot. So never sacrifice your gut health over eating something more delicious. You know, I wouldn't, at least I wouldn't advise that. So that's my message here. Then again, the thing that really helped me is actually eating smaller meals but more frequently, because it allows me to keep my stomach tighter. I'm never as bloated. My stomach isn't as distended from a lot of food in one sitting, which I used to do, and it wasn't comfortable. I was sluggish all the time, and it just works for me better to eat smaller meals but more frequently. This way I'm always light, I can control my core, I can keep my posture, I have energy, I don't have major energy crashes after eating big meals. And in general, I just feel more balanced and better, sustainable energy and stuff. So just try what works for you. But if you are struggling, especially post meals, you feel heavy, maybe sluggish, maybe sleepy, try reducing your meal size and avoid eating heavy carbohydrate meal combined with heavy fat meal. It definitely will slow down your digestion a lot. So if you can keep it lighter, I promise you, you will feel a lot better. Then, managing stress and cortisol levels, which, as I said in the beginning, if your cortisol are super high, your hormones are out of whack, specifically, of course, with cortisol, it is super easy for you to store body fat, specifically in stomach area for some reason. So you need to manage your stress as much as possible. And there's many different ways how to do it. It probably will look a little bit different for everyone. But if you have things that really makes you stress in your life, try to avoid those as much as possible. Because of course, it's impossible to completely eliminate stress from your life. But if you can manage and do things a little bit in a different way, that would be super helpful. And what I do specifically, supplement-wise, actually, cortisol support from Revive MD helped me a lot, because I used to wake up in the middle of the night, probably from cortisol spike. I'm not sure, this is my guess. And when I started using that, I'm sleeping like a baby. I'm not waking up at night unless it is going to the bathroom, but then I just fall asleep super quickly. And it really helped me. So I just take three capsules before I go to bed. It's not like I'm telling you to count on supplements for it, but if you are struggling right now, you're dealing with stressful things in your life, or you are going through dieting to prep, it can really help. So I'm leaving the link there below. I work with Revive. I work with them for several years. You can use code Laura to save on their supplements, on their vitamins. This is something that you can try. I'm not forcing you. You don't have to. Just my advice. Then again, considering stress and recovery, it is really important for you to make sure that you are eating enough. And of course, if we want to lose body fat, and if we want to get our stomach tighter, lose body fat from the stomach, definitely we should be in a calorie deficit, because this is the way how we lose body fat. However, if your calorie deficit is too high, it causes stress on the body. Then your body will raise cortisol. Then again, you will store fat, and you will be looking smaller because you are in a calorie deficit, but you also will be looking softer, because you will be basically losing muscle instead of fat if your cortisol and stress levels are super high. So make sure that you are still in a deficit, but you are actually eating enough to feel good, to sustain your workouts, to recover, to not overly stress your body. And I promise you, this is why actually, while some people can eat more and get better results compared to those that are crash dieting, and of course they lose a lot of weight, but they are not getting the look they wanted, or just, not as good of a look when people are doing things smartly. So this is something that I am working hardly with my clients too. I'm working on fixing digestion, on bloating issues, on metabolism issues, on raising calories without fat gain. And if this is something you're actually struggling with, I can definitely help. I'm super, super confident and I would love to do that, because honestly, for me, it is so rewarding to see how happy you are when actually making those little tweaks. Simple changes can completely transform how you feel, how you perform, how you look, and of course, successfully achieve your fitness goals. So if that's something you need help with, you can apply the form below that I'm leaving. And let's connect, let's discuss possible options and start working on actually not only feeling amazing, but also looking better too. So let's move on into another point that I have here. Let me see. So I almost forgot. So the thing with reducing stress, also another thing that really will help me is actually taking additional rest days when I need to. So if I feel that my body is beat up, I cannot perform as well in my training, it is also quite harsh stress on the body, and overtraining is a real thing, and you don't want to overtrain, you don't want to overdo, because again, hormones, cortisol, and all of that stuff. So if you feel that you are not recovering well, taking additional rest days definitely will help you with the recovery, with balancing hormones, performing better, and of course, more fat loss in the end. So really, really take your rest days seriously. I used to be that girl, never rested, always go, 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 the more the better. But trust me, you're only working harder, but you're seeing less results. So be smart with it. I promise you, you will be feeling a lot better. And of course, this journey will be way, way, way more enjoyable for you too. Focusing on actually building more muscle. So it not only raises your metabolism and allows you to eat more, but you can actually create an illusion of a smaller waist when you build your shoulders, your lats, your glutes. It just makes you have better shape, better proportions, better ratios without technically shrinking your waist, but it looks like you reduced the size of your waist. So of course, I've built quite a lot of muscle over the years, and it definitely made a big difference in the way my proportions looks like. Now I'm weighing more than I weighed before, but I look better, I look leaner simply because I have more muscle. So don't be afraid to build muscle or lift weights as female thinks that lifting can make you bulky. No, it will only make you look better and of course feel better because you will be strong, powerful. It's just amazing what weightlifting can actually do for a female and for everyone in general, but just for women that are afraid to lift. And when the mindset shifts, this is when the magic happens. So really, really focus on actually having proper training structure, progressively overloading, taking recovery seriously as well, but just focus on building muscle and you will see how your waist will shrink, or at least your top to bottom will be wider and waist will look smaller. So let's move on into another point, which is actually we're done. So wow, that was quick. I thought I have more points to talk about, but basically that's pretty much it for now. But I'm sure that I can speak a little bit more on this topic, on whichever topic you like. So if you are interested in something specific, leave all the questions, all the topics, all the suggestions in the comments below because I read them all. And I truly, truly appreciate your support. It means the world. It really motivates me to keep those videos going. And of course, create as valuable information here as possible to share my own thoughts, my own journey, and hopefully give you at least 1 or 2 tips that actually applies to your life, to your journey, and actually helps. And if something that you learned from my videos actually helped you, just message me here or on Instagram or comment. Just honestly, it just makes my heart so happy for you. And of course, if I know that my information helps, it's just more motivating for me to actually keep doing that, you know. So it's a win-win. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. And until next time, I'll see you in the next video.